Give me a second,
Yeah.
please.
Yes, those
Wait, sorry,
certain
what?
groups that are lying in the shadows, waiting for their moment. Oh, hi, Eric.
Yeah, hi, Eric.
I'm muted on
Apparently
stream.
you're muted.
I'm muted on stream.
Oh my
It's like the
God.
multiple mutes. Like it's a sound thing. We got to do it. So hey, welcome everybody to the show. We got Soth, Dawn, and Barghost here today. Mac's going to come in a little bit, and probably a few other people. So everybody's running a little late.
Did I just throw shade for nothing?
What?
Really?
Yeah, basically.
God. Damn, Eric.
What?
All that effort that I put into that wasted because you weren't unmuted. Like, come on.
Well, I'm looking out my window here. A nice little winter wonderland. Perfect little 1 inch of snow on all the branches out there. That we got in about a 15-minute time frame, and then it stopped snowing. So I expect all that snow to melt away, hopefully, shortly.
God damn it.
Fast Gamer wants you to throw that shade again. Throw it again. Soth. Do it.
Nah, it's
See, the problem is
the moment is gone.
I keep them muted and me muted over here on this screen over here, and then all the way on this end today I had have our mute for the regular show. And while the intro's running, in case I sneeze or something, or Mrs. Eric comes through the door and makes it all squeaky while the music's playing, I mute myself. And so sometimes I forget to unmute in every location possible.
I'll be honest, you should keep it unmuted just so we can hear that squeak as it's running and Soth gets angry.
Yeah. I think Mrs. Eric already came home from everything, and the fact that it's snowing, she might not be out there, but I did buy her an all-wheel drive so she can get around in the snow. I don't know what she better get some groceries. That's all I'm saying.
So,
all right.
I've got to agree with. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try it. Oh my god, Doobie Doo Camping M2. Yes.
Doobie Doo Camping M2.
Yep.
It's the thing to do.
Yes.
So, do you think they're learning that, we camp forever and don't care?
I think right now
weeks
we're in a standstill between each other. So honestly, we're camping them in, but they know that we can't commit as much as we'd like to other stuff. So right now we're just kind of holding each other in place. Because we can't just leave the camp either to go throw everything in another system or else they escape, right? So
that's why we have alts.
We've just completely eliminated 600 capitals from the equation right
now.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we have alts, Don.
Yeah, but
yes, and that's why we don't fly super
they
camps on our mains.
Yeah. Well, I can do it on my main or my alts. Yeah, I have multiple capital alts. Excuse me. So yeah, I resubbed a couple just because we're camping. That's what goons do. So yeah, hey, what's Don? What's up with your cat meowing today? There's a lot of meowing going on today.
I can go to push to talk, but
no, it does. No background sound doesn't bother me.
No, energetic. She's playing with the curtains right now, so.
Playing with the curtains. Is she declawed, or are you going to have frayed
No.
curtains?
Oh, she's not clawing.
Oh, okay.
She's not a scratcher. She uses her scratching areas that she's got. She's got a cardboard triangle thing, so she can go in and out of it. But she like sits there and like tears at it. She's got a cat tower, so she's good.
I just asked the question, Dem Badger. I've never had a declawed cat in my life, and I've had a few cats. Yeah, just give them other things to do. Although my when I was dating my wife very early on, I picked up one of her 2 cats who did not want to be picked up, and he actually pulled one of his claws out, and we didn't know it until we found it later doing laundry in my sweatshirt. It was kind of freaky, but
Yep. It's a slow week this week for Eve.
yeah, it is, isn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
we've had some good fights. Like I'm in a brawl right now, so occasionally I'll be muting and every now and then. And I know we've had some good Entosis scraps that have ended up being big, but none of them were like, I don't know. I wasn't there for most of them, I guess. So it wasn't like, oh my god.
Mhm.
And then we flipped a lot of iHubs that were on the Doom clock. So we've basically spent the past 2 weeks resetting all of their work that they've done for the past month and a half to 2 months.
People
Sound about right?
are saying good and Entosis don't go together, but here's the deal. You can have Entosis being fun. That does work, right? If you actually go for the Entosis. If that's actually what both sides are going for. Because then you have fleets fighting, and if it goes really well, you have fleets fighting in multiple systems. So you don't have a tie-dye fuckfest. You have skirmishes left and right, and everyone's getting killed and getting exploded. But it is rare.
No,
Because
I mean,
usually-
there's some fights where you're just like, there's maybe some people running around on the actual nodes, but there's like 2 or 3 fleets just brawling it out on the gate to try and like basically hold the area. Who's going to win that? Once you hold the area, then you can kind of finish up the hacking, or try to keep them distracted or from getting to your hackers. So yeah, there can be some fights.
And yes, as has been suggested in chat, you also don't jump 6,000 people into 4,000 fighters. So
no.
it's a bit better for tapping, right?
That would be nicer though if we, they just fed 200 Titans to us again. That'd be good.
Yep.
Do we ever get a
God,
good
say-
bead on the number that were rematerialized and the ones that weren't?
I believe it was about
Yeah,
90-ish. Right, but it's like
Yeah.
some of them then supposedly exploded when they were undocked.
Some of them are still exploding to this day. I know
Gotcha.
Sandrin's Titan blew up 4 times.
What?
That
It
was
blew up,
also-
it reappeared, it blew up, it reappeared?
Yeah. He would blow
Wow.
up and then appear back in the Keepstar.
There was another one that blew up during the fight, but then locked back in like 2 days later and got killed again.
I've definitely heard of one that blew up, respawned, jumped back in, blew up again, respawned again, and finally died. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Oh, I was just
Urban
thinking
legend.
about it.
Exploding
watched-
Titans.
I watched Open Comms this morning. I mean, I saw some of it last night, but I watched it this morning, and it was interesting. They were having the discussion of like, is the game getting developed a certain way? But it was funny, just like Dunk was talking. Every time Dunk talks, like Dunk's a nice person out of Eve and stuff. He's actually not that bad in Eve, but you had brought it up, Bargos, that their State of the Alliance thing that they had on Sunday or whatever was very different than normal. And Dunk
Yes.
sounded angry and somewhat aghast that people were in their home shooting their stuff and that they have to defend it now.
And there
And
was
a
also
little-
the striking situation of theirs and Bork's being very similar, to the point of possibly being
Almost worse.
scripted.
Yeah, almost word for word. At least all the talking
Yeah.
points were.
It was same talking points, slightly different with different references to different films.
Yeah, just like, imagine having to defend your home. It's not like we haven't been doing that for 8 months. Like, and interestingly enough, a little birdie told me that more people may be coming to engage in the content in that area and not to help Brave. So
Right.
there may be
What
more
show?
groups joining. Oh, here, let me link the picture to you guys. Let's see if I can get it. We made a picture. It was pretty funny on Thursday. Let me see if I can find it. It's up here. There we go. I'll send it to you, Eric. I don't think we can put this on stream, but you guys will like it.
Okay.
Why mention it
I'll
then
do.
if stream don't see it?
'Cause I posted
I
somebody.
can see why it doesn't get
Yeah, I don't think we could put that on there, but okay.
We made that on Thursday.
Ooh,
If
that's
you
a
watch
little-
State of Thursday, we
that's
described
that's a little bad.
It's great.
Sorry, stream.
Let's save the link in chat.
So yeah.
Oh, and it bombed a SERP fleet.
No, we just bombed one.
Yeah,
it bombed
they-
one and we bombed one.
Yeah, 30 minutes ago and then now.
Oh yeah, I see all of the dead ones on Ezekiel. That's what I was checking to see like
Oh,
where they died.
that's
Yeah, they're
Okay,
still
I-
rolling in.
kind
I
of
put
neat.
the link in the chat.
Can I
Hmm.
can I rant here for a minute?
Of course.
Right. I just got notified that there are no scythes. Fuck me. That's,
What?
no scythes on contract
Huh.
in 1DQ. And
Probably.
it's been a running theme that people come to us and are like, yeah, there are not on contracts for like Ospreys and like all these Tech 1 Nochi. And every time I look, and every time we have 20 contracts up. Like, guys, either you need glasses or you need to learn how to look for contracts.
Honestly, it's probably people not setting contracts right, because I did have a day myself where I couldn't find a Ferox and then realised I wasn't clicking the contract to Alliance. You have to click that to see it, even if you've got all available to me.
No, these are availability public.
Oh, okay. Then.
Oh, you just reminded me. I put some in the cooker. They're probably done. I should check that. Thanks for reminding me, Soft.
I don't think we should tell people they're on contract like that.
You cannot, as far as I know, you cannot buy them when you don't have docking rights. Also, why would
Oh,
they
I thought
buy
you could.
Like, why would they buy a cheap, like, Tech 1 Nochi?
So you don't
For
have
the
them.
Tech 2 Logi?
No, they couldn't get them out.
Yeah, you
They
can get
can't-
them out.
No, they can't get them out.
Yeah, you can. You just asset safety them. Or you use a spile to, like, drop them
Mm.
off in a deep safe somewhere.
Does that work when you don't have access to?
If the contracts are Alliance
Anything?
contracts only, then you just use the spile to buy them.
Mm.
And T1 Logi are so cheap, you're not really... And you're potentially going to use them either on your own fleets or as part of Tech 2, I believe, right? Or does that not work that way? I don't build things, so...
I don't do it anymore either. But we used to as a corporation.
The thing
Okay.
is, we have hundreds of them. Okay, so if you want to buy us out, be my guest, because I'm pretty sure we can put them up faster than you can buy them.
Remember, you're funding us, right?
Hey, only an hour and a half to go.
I just keep looking at that picture, Don, and laughing. Sorry.
Isn't that funny?
It is.
Cryo made that real quick during the show. But yeah, that brings me back to like what I was talking about is it sounds like Brave is not going to be getting any assistance from their allies to defend
And
their
also,
home.
Brave lost nearly their whole super fleet in M2.
Mm.
You gotta keep in mind, like, Brave isn't a big alliance.
We'll miss them. We'll miss those supers. Very sad.
I mean, they're a big alliance, right? But in terms of large assets, should we say so?
No, like, even when it comes to subcaps, Brave isn't that big. Like, they aren't comparable to, like, Init, for example. Have you ever seen Brave field, like, a full 200-man fleet? Because I haven't.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I've seen like 150.
Then that's the same as half of the Legacy Alliances stuff. Like,
Yeah, but what I'm wondering is like,
here, but half the Legacy Alliances can't form more than 40 people in a fleet.
and that's why they're in a coalition to try and like
Yeah.
get fleets together.
Anyway, so my rant was about idiots making me log in because they can't log at contract. Like, go.
I'm just wondering when Mifune supposed to come out, because he said he was going to. And I'm dreading the moment.
Wasn't DeClorian coming on here?
He was.
I
He was
think
supposed to be here.
multiple people-
Yeah.
Maybe he's scared.
He probably fell asleep.
Mifune
Like
probably,
snoozing.
Yeah. He's been working a lot, so. But what I'm wondering is like, so it sounds like that Test is not going to be helping out Legacy because Test can't even protect their own area. I mean, Bastion's killed a couple of their Fortizars pretty recently. I know that they destroyed a Retaru that had a shit ton of stuff in it, and they're unanchoring a ton of unnecessary quote unquote buildings, or corps are at least. So, like.
Dawn,
Does
I just
anyone remember?
realised
What?
that They said that they'd managed to core everything without raising taxes and whatnot.
Well,
That's how they do it, isn't it? They unanchored half the structures. So
I don't
they
know
had
about
half as
Brave.
many to core, and then sold the structures for the money for the cores.
Maybe. Who's buying structures though?
Fuck knows.
Who would buy a structure right now? Who's demo?
No clue.
He's not the only, the full
Oh,
version.
it's an OnlyFans cam. What is that? Are we getting our shower pics?
Oh. Is
There's
this
DeClorian. Oh, it's DeClorian getting in.
In other
Oh,
news,
we'll pull. Oh.
we are about to win the IHOP timer.
good?
Hey, don't jinx us.
DeClorian's here. Oh, let's make sure he can. He should have all the right roles. He has all the right roles. He can unmute himself.
Maybe he doesn't want to.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Oh my god, Jesus Surprises reported to speak. Okay. Sorry. Distracted. So it sounds like Test is not going to help out, but that Brave had to ask permission because they said they got the green light to defend home. And then
Goodness
the other
knows.
thing that does anyone remember from Pro God's like self-jerking session a couple months ago of how they're going to live in Delve and that they're going to, start picking stuff up and moving, maybe January, February, and to kind of get prepared for that.
I also remember that he said they can easily replace 100 Titans.
Well, when you kill 200, it makes it harder, right? Because Test has lost over 100 Titans on their own.
Does that mean that they are not going to reimburse the other 100?
they're gonna have to find a way to buy them. And so then they did war bonds, which Billy said their war bonds are doing just fine, but I don't know what their number of just fine is compared to our number of just fine.
It's probably a fraction.
Just
And,
fine. So
I just want to say,
very
I see McLeod here in chat. Where the fuck are you, man?
He said he'd be late, but here for the majority of the show.
Uh-oh.
You're in chat?
DeClorian.
Yeah.
I don't know what DeClorian's doing right now.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
He's on his phone.
Ah.
God damn it, Frisk. Please, sir, can I defend myself? Please.
Yes, that's exactly. They literally, if you look at the word, he says, "We got the green light to defend our home," which means I had to go ask somebody if it's okay, right?
Yeah, they did.
Which
And
I
then-
guess in a
and-
way fits
And then
with
Warped
the
is supposedly.
I just want to point out
Mhm.
that in the Fountain War, things weren't looking too peachy for the CFC, and then all of a sudden, Test's allies had to pull back and defend their homes, and that was the turning factor, and Goons started winning.
Okay. Hello, guys. Now I'm live.
Hello.
I had some problems with my sound, sorry.
It's all right. I have sound problems all the time, right, guys?
Just
Yeah.
slightly. Are you going
Just
to
some
Eric?
Hebrews.
What?
DeClorian's cam, or is that like a no-go or something?
I don't want to. No, I don't want to set it up now. We're okay.
Cool.
The Soth, just a little update. The new system that Soth spent lots of time with me figuring out one night. He should have been sleeping, but he was working with me. Should ship on 125 so far. That's the estimated ship date.
I have a cloud.
Cool.
But there are only 12 months in a year.
What?
I do.
I'm just making fun of Americans' silly
No,
date
stop.
system.
Oh, 125
He's
instead of
using my
2501.
research standard.
Yeah. January 25th. It should ship.
Yay.
You know, I was just I've talked with Necro, who was the guy that destroyed Wreck, and disbanded them and stuff. And he's talked a lot about kind of the inner workings and the inner relationships with inside Legacy. He's like, and he let us know that most of Legacy are like filthier crabs than us and are not interested in fighting at all. So now that there's pressure on them. I mean, I was gonna say, I know it's kind of known, but like it's worse than we think.
Oh no, that was what my joke about half of Legacy can't form more than 10 fleets was. Because several of those alliances are 2,000-3,000 person alliances, and they're not inactives.
Dawn,
They
you
are
have
just
to remember, probably half of Legacy is like rejects from goons who weren't fighting when they needed to fight, or weren't getting their participation kind of metrics up, and they didn't have anywhere else to go.
Probably.
No, you've. I'm not being harsh in this one, I'm going to say, because I kind of feel bad for the guys that were in Warped, but that was a heavily crabbing alliance when I was there, and I jokingly said it in here the other day, right? Where, why is all of Bravesov gone, but Warps is untouched? And I looked at the ADMs, and they're flat fives because just being crabbed to shit,
Sounds about right.
Do you think we offer Brave Querius they'll accept this time?
We have offered Brave Queries at least 2 to 3 times, and they are so paranoid that we're gonna fuck them over about it that they refused. So now Dunk and them get to lay in the bed that they made.
Hold
and
it.
there are people who are trying to be sympathetic or like, maybe we should like extend an olive branch. No, fuck off. Like, you came to my home, you shot my shit for 8 months, and now that we're punching back in your home, no sympathy, no empathy. You get to take it. That's my feeling.
Time for olive branch.
I love that DeLorean.
Oh, and that reminds me of what you were saying a minute ago, Dawn, before everyone started jumping in that I kind of was going to make a joke about. You obviously pointed out that Brave had to get the green light to go back and save their space. And then you were going to say
Right.
something, right?
Well,
And I was going to say, it honestly does feel like that, though. It feels like this is something from above. Because it's the same as when we're talking about what was said in the two speeches. The two speeches felt like they were written by someone else and handed down to them.
like, who runs Legacy itself? Like, is Brave the flagship alliance? Is it a committee and they vote? Like, I don't really know how that works.
The thing is,
them.
you don't attack the flagship, right? You always attack the weakest link. So, Brave, we think you are the weakest link.
Well, they're the most impactful weakest link. So they're not Brave by itself isn't necessarily weak, especially if they're fighting an alliance similar to their size. But they are the flashiest and the weakest of the bigger alliances that are hitting us right now. No one gives a shit about the 40-man alliance up in Immensia or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Well, they aren't
you
really
know,
a link. Come on.
I mean, plus Dunk is particularly opinionated at the moment for some reason, which doesn't help.
Wait, what? What are you referring to, McLeod? Have I missed something? Or is this just what was said in the speech?
Oh no, it wasn't what was said in the speech. It was more along the lines of what he had to say on Open Conversations.
Do you mind if Alterari comes in?
Yeah.
The more the merrier.
No,
Alter, you can come in, Alterari.
So,
Hello, Horrendous. Thanks for joining.
Hey, man. So I missed Open Comms last night, McLeod. What did he say? For context.
Nope. He was trying to defend a article that he put together.
He wrote like an article that he put up on or linked it on Reddit, and he was surprised that a lot of people were
Didn't see
not
eye to
agreeing
eye.
with him. Or
Is this the one
Yeah.
that linked in here the other day and we discussed?
Listen,
probably.
Or linked elsewhere?
It was fairly
listen,
recent.
the thing is, if you write an article and you announce something that everyone in the community has been asking for, right? Everyone has been crying for you to do it, and then you actually announce the thing that everyone wanted you to do it, there will still be people downvoting you, okay? Because some people are just idiots.
Soft, is this a reference to the Angler games?
Yes, if you guys don't know, the Anger Games announcement has been, I don't want to say heavily downvoted because it's still up there, right? But it is being downvoted by people just because it was posted by Goo.
That's
So
just
just
ridiculous.
It's the Angler games.
Create a new whole thing, just change the name to Angler Games, and it's all good.
Listen, I came up another one. Red Snapper 13,
And, that
and
was in
then
chat.
Chocolate Rainbow Trout. No, it wasn't last week. So we won't go in the fish things, but like I've been having a blast with it, sharing it around all week.
one other fish things, she says, as she's going into fish things.
It's a short like fish break, okay?
Um,
Just a fish stop.
McLeod, was it a CCP's Dilemma one?
It might have been.
I'm not like
Okay.
worrying about people tanking and stuff like that too. I read it like when it came out, but it
Thinking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the one. I kind of agree with him. Okay, the people tanking is... Yeah, that's definitely relevant given what's gone on. There is a point
Don't you
to
start.
it. Where it's being... No, I'm going to say, there is a point to it, don't get me wrong, but it is definitely being spun as a defense right now, if that makes sense.
but that's not what
So,
we did. But I guess
I've
someone
said this
could do it.
multiple times, and it bears repeating again. Clearly, person tanking has been a thing in the game probably for up to maybe even over 10 years.
Yeah.
It
And
is
that's what I mean.
nothing new.
That's why I say it's not.
But
It
most
is
of
a
all,
relevant
like-
thing, but it's being spun as a defense right now.
But
Yeah.
Like
you
it's
can't-
not new.
You can't really complain about it after
No.
you've done it yourself just a few months ago. Like, look at when they dropped their Keepstars in Delph. They used the same fucking tactic. And now they're complaining about it? Just because they were too dumb to jump in and we weren't?
Well, you can complain about it. They are doing it, so you can. But yeah, it's just fucking. It's normal. People complain about shit. Let them be bothered by it.
Thing is, like, considering the form ups of the first M2 tap or the second M2 tap fight, they were kind of at our same level as we were kind of forming and all that kind of jazz. They could have jumped in, they could have fought, they could have they could have brought in more people as the fight progressed to actually have a fight, to have a chance at actually shooting and killing Titans, but they didn't. They decided that they wanted to rally all of their forces first and then jump in. But that was their decision. Fully understanding, with people on their side who are fully aware of how the game servers work and how the game servers have worked in large fights for over a decade. Vince Draken has been playing this game at a high level, as an SC, as a Strat SC, for a long fucking time. He knows.
Yeah, like I'd like to say they're not dumb people, but yeah.
They are.
They were
They
just
should
being
know
too
better.
polite. They were being too polite with each other, seemingly.
They also won't. It's kind of, I guess, a good thing and a bad thing, but they won't attribute blame to anyone specifically, which is a good thing. You don't want to do that, but
They won't accept there was
Specifically blame South Russell.
But,
yeah, exactly.
there's a
Always
difference.
blame
There's the
Somersault.
difference between not blaming one specific person and saying it was no one's fault, right? Although
No
you
one's
can't really
fault.
say that.
We
You
all-
can't really say that because they are blaming CCP.
I think the thing is, the people who know how the game works know who's to blame on both sides. And I think maybe it might have been one of those situations where, someone had been throwing about their ego a little bit too much lately and needed to be dropped down a peg. And certain people there, maybe this is all I'm assuming shit, presuming shit at the moment, right? Just so you know, right? But maybe there were a few people there who knew better, but saw the egos at play and decided, I'm not going to say what I feel I should say because I feel a few egos need to be dropped down a peg or two.
or
That-
had just been shouted at several times.
That would
because
that
of-
would never happen in Eve. I think you're crazy.
I think it's more like the second one. I think it's more like people got shouted out several times, and they were just like, "Yeah, I'm not going to put myself on this shit again." So yeah, just do your thing.
If I'm gonna take PGL at his word on the SC chat that Pando has, like they weren't being shouty at each other. They weren't shouting each other down. They were basically trying to be very coordinated and very cooperative with each other. So I imagine some people just decided to duck out of that cooperation just to see, where those egos would land after the dust had settled.
I don't even mean being shouted down then. I mean, had basically at any point in the past couple of months been told, get the fuck out of this conversation or whatnot, and just decided, okay, fine.
I don't think that would be the case. The thing about like shutting Smigos down, just for one reason, because you would be like suiciding 150 Titans or whatever just to get some egos down. Like I don't think that's.
Someone must have said something, and then got ignored.
I think someone wanted to say something, and apparently no one had the balls to do it. That's what I said at the beginning. I think like a lot of people were in that room. One person gave the call to jump in, and no one had the balls to say it otherwise.
Alright, people are complaining that we're still talking about M2 and that it's over, but
Well, Styx is saying.
last I checked, there's still like how many Titans locked off there?
334 as of
Last I checked, they are still whining about it. So
The one died definitely recently.
Yeah, I mean, we aren't talking about M2.
Listen, give me
specifically.
some new
We're more
news and we can
talking
talk.
about Dunk's article, right? So, I guess if we're going to go back to the topic of Dunk's article properly, he did have fair points of CCP's dilemma, right? Where they are advertising the game as big Titan slugfests, but, you know, they're actively killing the ability to have that.
They're not actively
He's not
killing
wrong.
the ability.
yeah.
How are they actively killing the ability?
Exactly. Like,
Okay, so here's the problem. All right. When do you risk your super capital fleet?
When you know you can replace
You
it.
don't.
you never.
Fair.
You never replace your super cap. You never risk your super capital fleet. You don't risk it because you can't afford to lose it. If you don't have your supers, you can't take and hold space. If you don't have space, you can't get supers. So you don't risk it, which means it's only going to get used at the edge cases where you think you're pretty safe. Now, when you make it harder to replace that, you disincentivize actually risking it even in those edge cases. Those edge cases become even more edge cases. So, with the scarcity, CCP is actively disincentivizing large Titan fights.
Okay, you have a point there.
And it's not
And
just
small Titan
the
fights.
Titans, right? Yeah, it's not
And
just
small Titan fights, but let's face it, small Titan fights come under the rubric of somebody fucked up.
Oh yeah.
But for that logic, they are indirectly incentivizing any type of fight.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and that was the bit I was about to get onto. Sorry, it's not just the Titans; it's even big battleship fights, right? When a belt or an anom in nullsec now holds less than less than the needed materials to build a cruiser, you can't replace the losses like you ever could. Now, sure, something needed to be done to fix the economy, but
And
doing
the long-term picture, as far as we know, will, correct for this, because they did actively say that they were trying to bleed out some of the stockpiles, and I understand that. But right now, they are basically encouraging stagnation because people don't risk what they can't afford to lose. First lesson in EVE is you don't fly it if you can't afford to lose it.
Do we really need to get out CCP Carrot again?
King of Carrot.
At this point, I'd be happy with CCP Chair. He's never said anything stupid.
Let's talk about Carrot real quick. Where is our update? They said we were going to get every 2 weeks roughly something, and it's
it
been
was
almost
cool.
a month.
Yeah, that's
Dawn.
The
yeah,
cores don't count. That was
seriously.
announced months ago.
I-
No,
I
that was
know,
out
I
last
know.
Where's some ore? Where's some moon changes? Where's some iHub changes? Where's anything other than,
You know
well, I
what,
guess
actually,
Core's alive now. Have fun.
I'm
Where's
going to
the
harp
hack
on this
rebalance?
one. The hack rebalance. I'm going to harp on this one that I harped on in chat the other day. That is Push to Talk staff chat. And yes, Brusk, I know it's Christmas, but I'm going to harp on this one. Pokvan, or whatever you want to pronounce it or call it. Where the fuck is the rest of the content for that? CCP
it's
dropped
done.
it. No, John,
Oh, I'm
it's
live
not
now.
done. Because half of the fucking materials that are supposed to be on the drop tables are missing. And we're now 3 months on.
It-
They
it's-
promised
it's
a follow-up a month
Less,
on.
it's less complete than that. It's less complete than
I'm
that.
just
Look,
putting
let-
the most egregious one
let's
out
look at
there.
the whole invasion thing right from the beginning, right? As of right now, what is the downside to having chosen the Trigs?
You basically
Actually,
got
nothing.
There's no downside.
They're making money like crazy.
They're making money like crazy. They have
Right.
all of these opportunities. if they go into Empire space, you know, the people whose space they help take, the Empire navies don't give a shit. What was
Empire
the
navies don't-
upside? What was the upside to choosing Edencom?
You got a T-shirt.
You
Yeah, but-
get faster mining in Edencom systems.
No, you don't. They took
No.
all the ore out.
You have a slightly
But you still
subjective
get the
feeling
10%.
that you did a morally good thing. I think no, maybe not. I don't know. There's no upside.
No, there isn't.
I mean, I've had this discussion with people in the Trig and Edencom communities, right? Both sides got shafted. Sure. Edencom got the, oh, you've worked all that way, you can't get into the new content, you're effectively locked out of it unless you do twice as much grinding. Have
Right.
fun, good luck, we've got nothing for you. The Trig guys, even though they've done all that grinding, and this is the bit that really pisses them off, is that the standings mechanics for doing the grinding for Trigs had been broken for 4 months, with the devs not fixing it. And then they released Pochven.
But here,
You
you know what?
require standings to move about.
You know what's even more insulting for the Edencom side? All of those Edencom fortress systems and Edencom minor victory systems. The Trigs are currently running around in those systems shooting the fuck out of everything they want with their NPCs, right? And Edencom is not engaging. Like, the Edencom NPCs are not engaging them at all.
Hey, I just
I have to
just-
wonder, like,
that's fucking insulting for the players who chose Edencom.
sorry, what was that, Eric?
They accomplished nothing.
no. I just posted Dirk while he's not in chat here with us. I mean, not in comms with us. But he did post a little something for us. Apparently, in Reddit, our Eve, the goon economy is failing, and there's
Oh,
a
no.
post all about it. And I strongly encourage all goons to read that and be completely informed
Demoralized.
about. Yeah, you'll be very demoralized by this
No more
post.
moral.
Yeah,
Hold
terrible.
on. We ain't going to be demoralized because the guy, although he's missed it, effectively has a /s on the end.
So yeah, just saying. No more money for sure.
Yep.
I
It's
didn't
like-
actually. I wanted to. I was trying to think of what I wanted to say prior to talking about Dirk there for a minute, but
Oh, we were.
yeah. Well,
Pochven
yeah,
and-
no, I know. I was. Where is the team that was doing this? Like, what are they doing?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I want to believe.
Was it
that-
a team?
It was a team. It was
I
Sledgehammer.
know it was at least 2 guys.
Yeah, Sledgehammer and Coyote, who are pretty sound guys and had a nice plan. And I trust them. I'm not even blaming this failure on them because, to what's been said, once again, upper management pushed their timeline.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that is the case. Like, this feels like it was rushed out, right?
They were told they had to ship it in that state, basically.
Fuck. Jesus.
And they've.
How many times?
I-
How many times?
But
How many times in how many different genres of games in recent times does it have to happen for people in the gaming industry, in management in the gaming industry, have to realize that pushing things out when they're not ready doesn't work?
Okay, here's how many times it has to happen.
Oh,
It only has to happen once, but it has to happen and result in EA going bankrupt.
yeah,
If that doesn't happen, nothing's changing. As long as EA is making money, everybody else will use their model.
I mean,
uh,
even EA is coming around a bit.
Sure,
look
they
at-
are.
If
Oh,
you look
yes,
at,
they've lost their exclusivity
No.
Star Wars
If you-
franchise stuff.
if you look at Jedi Fallen Order, for example, no microtransactions, right? They threw out a big Star Wars game without any microtransactions or any online shit for that matter.
they made it single player after 2 years earlier saying, "Oh yeah, we don't think single player games work anymore."
Like, don't get me wrong, EA are still huge assholes, but you can see them shifting around here and there a bit. Because it hurts them where it matters to them. the money.
Look, I'm gonna just go on record once again as saying I miss Electronic Arts being ECA, because back in the late 80s, they were a much better company.
Absolutely.
They actually
Yeah,
produced
I-
quality games that shipped without horrible bugs and focused on getting the designers' visions out there. That
Because
was what they
back
did.
then, it actually was in the game. You didn't have to pay extra for it.
Yes. But with CCP, I'm just like, I don't see them coming around to it until it's too late. Honestly. Hell, for all we know, oh god, I know I'm going to do this. I'm not going to say Eve is dying, but I'm going to say we might well be in maintenance mode. And we've been saying it for the last year.
We're not.
But it does.
By the way,
I-
Eric, I linked the beautiful bombing picture.
Oh my god.
If you feel like
I do
sharing
fully
for
believe
the
that they are
beautiful
going
bomb.
to be taking steps, probably this quarter, to try and get the economy moving again.
What?
They have to.
I mean, okay, I think it would be fair to say they have to do something, or it will probably then be in maintenance mode. Then, right, Arendis?
I don't know exactly if it would go into maintenance mode or just people would just fucking give up. I mean,
Well, then, sorry, and that's kind of what I mean when I say it, right?
I know,
It's
but
just-
I mean, let's face it, the way it is right now, other than people saying we're going to push you out of the game and that pissing us off, what the fuck do any of us give a shit about?
Horrendous, you are wrong.
All right.
I'm gonna turn off the chlorine cam until
someone
he
in
comes
chat
back.
was waiting for one of us to tell you you're wrong. So there you go.
That's
Someone-
fine. That's totally fine. And I am also willing to accept the answer of telling me I'm wrong as something that we give a shit about.
There you go. Look at how dashing DeClorean looks. He looks just good.
It's always
look at it.
looked like that.
I'm just here in a golf
He'll
shirt.
do
I'm
a
waiting.
costume change at least 4 times.
I'm waiting for
Okay,
the Masters. That's about it.
You guys are there talking. I'm talking to the chat. Okay, I'm making visual comedy,
There you go. There you go.
Nice.
It's fair.
and this was change of outfit Broadway style. 5 seconds.
By the way, what was that?
Almost Frank.
I'm trying to remember. The did somebody what? Oh, the video. It was the video. The the classic,
The video.
Hitler video, of them complaining and where he goes, and Mitten's got a fish, right? That whole fish conversation on Meta Show last week, it's killing me because I used to have discus, and which are great fish, and when we had kids, tore all our tanks down and gave them all away and everything. So I'm sitting here with like 4 fish tanks. I'm like, maybe I need a fish again,
I mean,
Well, I can.
has
I have a degree in
anyone
zoology.
here-
I can help you with that.
There you go.
I'm surprised no one here noticed my name change yet.
Oh, I noticed it, but I just ignored it.
Thank you for promoting that. It's funny.
Something steal. Oh fuck! I only now noticed.
Hold It McLeod posted it looks like a whole bunch of, dead people in a list.
Yeah, that was the result of the bombing run. Well,
Oh.
I mean, the visual result of the bombing run is there, but that's all the kills.
Yeah, well, they'll be missed. Not.
That shit started so grim. I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
So,
I
yeah.
started off rough.
So, of course, that started me. I've never had African cichlids, so I think maybe that'll be our next fish tank. Maybe we'll have a fish cam in a couple weeks.
They eat everything.
They
That's
eat
all
everything?
I know about cichlids is they eat everything.
Well, there's a
Can't
lot
have
of
tank mates when they can just start eating them.
right. Aren't neons and discus and like cardinal tetras and all those? Those are cichlids too. I'm going for the African ones though. I think because they're bright. Like I like saltwater fish colors, but I don't like saltwater fish maintenance. So that's why I had discus before. That's like a freaky fish to own. So.
Okay, guys, a real problem now. This really fucks me up. I don't know why, but the patterns on my blazers, on my clothes, always get fucked up on cameras. I don't know why.
The what on your clothes?
The patterns.
Oh yeah, you can't really see it too well though.
Yeah, but then when you get close or farthest away, like it gives some things on the camera. I don't know what the fuck is this. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yes. I don't know. Yeah, you need different clothes, man.
First world
So-
problem, guys.
So interestingly enough,
Yes.
Obviously a Cerberus fleet got nuked out of existence. So a Cerberus fleet got nuked out of existence in DW, right?
The tuna.
Another Cerberus fleet got nuked out of existence in Curse.
Oh jeez.
I saw that.
So, if you're selling Serbs in Jita, you might want to raise your prices a bit.
Say
'cause,
today's the day.
Ultra Cow is in the chat, guys. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he's
about-
already teaching me shit.
Almost
Serbs
exactly
belong
at a sorry.
Who Serbs belong to? Out of interest.
Serbs belong to in DW. Obviously, the Serbs belong to Test. The Curse ones belong to look like Fire Coalition because there's a lot of XIX there. And a bunch
Two
of
groups.
things.
Hostile to us.
Yep.
Okay.
And it was almost exactly an hour apart as well.
No, we wouldn't lose a whole Serb fleet to a lucky bombing run because one of our FCs fucks up. Never!
No, because we don't give boat the keys to Serbs.
Where is boat?
I just want to point out Asher has done that once.
No.
If it's only once, like he's really lucky.
To be fair, he was sick that day and he did say so before he started FC, so...
To be fair.
So I learned something.
So-
So what we were talking about, the patterns, it's called Moir. So Ultra Cow just taught me something. Thank you, Ultra Cow. You're fucking amazing.
Isn't Ultra Cow always amazing?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't say he hasn't been whenever I've been on fleets with him.
Come on, DeClorian. Focus on the very, very important topics we're talking about today.
Which
Well,
are?
As I said,
I wasn't prepared for that question.
as I said, I want to know when we're gonna finally get an announcement of something that is fun and positive and people are excited about. You know, because right now there's absolutely nothing to look forward to. Unless someone can name something that I was not aware has been announced.
I think the awkward silence here should give everyone a good idea.
I mean,
Yep.
wasn't the last devlog basically, hey guys, calls are now needed, that's it, bye?
Yeah. Me and Galaxia had this conversation during the week, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday the 12th, right? And it was like the patch notes were, hey, you need cores, bye. And that was the only patch notes we'd had in over a month. And sure, it's Christmas, but it was like 13th of December that the last patch notes were. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it's like I don't even know what we look forward to.
Apparently, there's a new Proving Ground event going on.
Woo! Something else that I don't engage in.
What?
That's right.
I've never
More abyssal content.
done a single proving ground thing. And that's why I don't
Oh,
know to
neither have
comment
I.
on them because I've never done them. So I'm not gonna like
But the
talk
real
about
question,
something that I've never done anything with. But
what do you engage in, Don?
Rocks.
stuff
She
that
engages rocks.
no,
Wow.
there's no rocks to engage in. So
And that's why you're mad.
What do I do?
As opposed to Soth, who is simply mad because he remembered he's Soth.
Yes.
No, I right now I am running Theta through stuff. We're doing things together. That's kind of been my focus, is helping out with the war as well as promoting Theta's interactions and trying to find a good place where we can be effective and helpful, but also along the lines of what we like to do. Because Theta, we're not the elite PvP of anybody.
Yeah, we
At
all can say that.
We're not the smartest crayons in the box either, so I have to pick things that are kind of like at our level.
Go pick on the legacy alliances in Amencia. I'm sure you can take
That may come up. Right now we're kind of in the testing phase to see where we're going to be able to do things. So we may end up going out to catch. We may end up going to Mencia or Impasse. Unfortunately, there's nothing in Fountain, or else I would go up there. But like, nothing's going on over there. So
I'll just say, Dawn.
Feed your cat, Don.
If
I
you-
just want to point out Dawn isn't equipped to give the cat what she wants.
Wow.
my cat's horny.
Mm.
She's
That's a loud cat.
I don't want to kink shame, but like, I think that's a step too far.
Awkward silence.
So
On the same topic, someone yesterday asked me to buy him cat ears. So yeah, let's
Cat
continue
ears.
move along.
Cat ears? I
You're
didn't
the
know
one
you
who brought it
sold
up.
those things.
Cat ears, yeah, like
Pig
those
ears I've heard of.
pig ears.
Was the
no, he
person
means
who
like a
asked-
headband.
Come on, piggies are delicious.
No, cat ears like the accessory that you put on your head to pretend like you are like.
Oh, those. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Did the person who asked you for them, was his name Jintan?
No.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Oh, yeah, Ultra Cow for you.
some-
I'll buy you cow ears, so that's for sure.
You heard it here first. Jintan is going to host the Anger Games, and he's going to have cat ears on the entire time.
I hope so.
Yay!
Thing is, I could see him doing it as well.
Oh,
Yes, me too.
You better.
I never seen Jintan like in on web.
Well, he was the guy who went on a CCP stream with a weed blazer on.
Okay.
I mean, I know that's what I like to do.
That was good, actually. That was really good.
He's also on the golden one, right?
Everyone knows the gold one, yeah, but like he definitely
Yeah.
wore a weed one as well, which is great.
I'll catch you guys later.
Later.
Bye.
Times. Clicky, clicky.
Clicky, clicky, clicky. That
So-
means so. Yeah, Rendus is gone. That means it's the 2:00 hour. Top of the hour.
He has
So
to go
has
and do
anyone had,
important space things.
Has anybody
Yes.
what?
sorry, I was going to say, has anyone had anything good and newsworthy this week? Because I think we talked about it all, right? Like Sotas.
Specifically relating to Eve?
I've got some salmon
Sure,
in the
sure.
fridge.
God damn it!
I'm
Feed
gonna
me
cook that
that with
hopefully.
I got some lamb yesterday.
Mm.
Lamb.
Yeah.
I made pudding.
That's what
And chew put in.
Martok just summed up the week in chat. It's just Titans at downtime.
It is actually.
I mean, what else? Like,
I think we lanced a Titan to death.
If you want content,
Couple
make
days ago?
some, lol. You want me to make even more content? Come on. Can't put all on me.
Fucking
can do
yeah.
some
they
too.
can. They can, and they will.
Apparently.
What's quite nice is during this sort of like lockdowny kind of period, and sort of subsequent sort of like, staying at home kind of situation. The content at downtime is providing everybody with a very standardized time to make sure that they're up.
God, I hate it too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, by the way, log in at 4 or 5 in the morning. It's like,
I don't expect anybody on the West Coast to be like logging in for it. Jesus.
I'm in the East Coast. So it's like, I think downtime's like 6 a.m. for me. So, like, the one time that I did do that to, like, be helpful, like, I logged in and then, like, they had us log in, like, an hour early, but I didn't realize it. I was like, I could have been fucking sleeping. This is some bullshit.
Okay, Martok
Oh.
said that like the Titan
Which
was focused
Dawn?
on. Yeah, cool.
Which one is it?
This is bullshit.
Could you have been fucking or sleeping?
Sleeping. I don't have any. I don't have a male penis available to take advantage of here.
Oh.
Oh, come on. There's toys to help you on that.
Okay, we don't need to go into all that.
Okay.
We need to get that show demonetized,
Who just
remember?
what?
Yep.
I did
Oh.
hear that. I did hear that. Apparently, sort of online hackers are trying to sort of hack into sex stores as well. So you have to watch out for that, Dawn.
We're monetized?
I doubt that.
I thought Boat talking about the 11-inch cock on Thursday would have taken us down.
Oh, I missed that.
He was telling us some story and some homegrown shit or something like that. It's pretty funny. But
There we go. You're all set, Declaring.
No, it's all good. I always.
oh,
yeah,
now
close it.
everyone gets to see the.
So what flavor Pringles you got going on there?
Oh, originals.
Originals?
Always originals. Oh, you only saw. I'm live for the past like half an hour, Dawn. I already
No,
made a shit
not
ton of content.
on. No, you weren't
On
on
the
the
Twitch.
stream.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, it was.
No, you weren't. Was he?
I would.
I don't.
I already.
Yeah,
did
he
Broadway
went out, and
Game
of course,
Pass.
then of course my window capture area came up, and then he'll come back on the mainstream here in a little bit. If you're watching the mainstream feed,
Back up on the mainstream. Okay.
I already did like the duck thing with the Pringles, with both Pringles in the mouth. I did a bunch of visual comedy.
the problem with Pringle, well, any chip, why is it potato chips? Like you can eat a whole bag.
That's the thing. I'm
Or,
not.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm not that like. How do you say? When you are like. We say guloso in Portuguese. It's when you want to eat, and even if you are full, you want to eat more and more and more and more. I'm not like that. I'm not even a single bit. I'm one of those guys. I can open this shit. I can eat 2 potatoes, and I only eat again in 1 week or something like that. And it can stay open here without me even touching it.
See, yeah, it's like Oreo cookies, right? You open that, you got to do like a whole line. You got to do a whole jar of.
I have a
Pringles.
lot of self-control when it comes to food because, yeah.
It's just yummy. It's Oreo or EO.
So your self control for food is my self control for like cigarettes and stuff. Like I only ever smoke like socially,
Oh,
and
yeah.
even then, like I can go out, drink, and smoke, come back, and then just not touch like cigarettes or anything like that for like 2-3 months.
I need to smoke a lot. I smoke a lot.
Yeah, I can't. I can't stand I can't stand cigarette smoke, but pipe smoke, cigar smoke doesn't bother me at all.
I
You know,
smoke anything.
the trick is to not buy the things, because
Yeah.
you
Well-
know I hate going to the shop.
Them-
What's Soth's trying to
Sothrasil with
say?
his damn German logic.
What Sothrasil's trying to say is, if you meet him at an Eve meet and you're drinking, he's going to be asking you for a cigarette constantly, but he'll
No, I
never
don't.
buy it.
I don't smoke. if you, this is something that actually happened at Amsterdam. I was sitting down having a talk with a few corp mates, as in I was sitting, they were talking, and someone walked by with a burger on his plate, and I said, "Man, that burger looks tasty. I think I want one of those." And then 5 minutes later, someone hands me a plate with a burger on it. Like, whoever that was, thank you. I was damn hungry right then, but I could have gotten one myself.
Aiming too low, you should have just been looking at one of the cars that go past and like, oh damn, I want one of those.
Yeah, I should have tried that. There's not really a lot of cars going by in Amsterdam. Most people are
that's
driving
true,
on
yeah.
bikes.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Well made, Soth.
So yeah, but I always have like Pringles, gummies, chips, whatever. I have a shit ton of like those types of shit around here. But I
Yeah.
don't eat that much. It's just like to when I'm here. I am not playing right now because I am talking with you guys. So I need to entertain myself or entertain you guys with something else.
So we live.
Yeah, the other time I start clipping my nails on stream.
So in our house, right? So today is shopping day for the wife, and she'll go out and she'll buy things, and we'll get things like chocolate chip cookies or any kind of what else do they get? She gets White Castle burgers and things frozen and stuff like that. And they'll go in the freezer or wherever, and Tuesday they're gone. Having a soon-to-be 20-year-old and a soon-to-be 19-year-old, those guys just go through food like, and they're skinny. I hate them. They look like DeCorian. They're like bean poles, right? And they just eat all this bad stuff, and it's gone.
Yeah, I have the same problem with my brother when I'm sharing my house with my brother when he comes around or something like that. Yeah, I need to hide some of the food, like things like these Pringles or something like that I want. Like I'm going to take 1 week to eat this. Like I need to hide those Pringles or something like that because he will just in one day he will just eat it all. I'm like,
Yep.
okay, fuck this.
Sellotaping stuff onto the top of the ceiling fan, that kind of thing.
No, that's the thing. Like, for instance, in this house, in this room right here, like no one enters this room, so I can hide whatever I want in here.
Hide it all.
Yeah. So I have all my butt plugs done.
It's frightening to me. Very frightening.
Thank you for the info.
We already
They
had this
needed
discussion the
that.
other day.
Why would
We
we
have
want
I
to?
know.
2 cameras here. I have 2 cameras. Like the one is for the stream, the other one is for the OnlyFans thing, and it's all like prepared. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, how far are we going to go with the whole, sort of DeClorian male grooming kind of section?
Well, that
Oh,
was.
if
show,
we're not
like-
careful, they'll just keep going and going and
Yeah.
going.
If
Yeah,
you don't
that's-
stop me, yeah, this, yeah.
That's the GQ segment of the show. It's a new thing we're gonna do.
I mean, I think the point where he, whips out the lawnmower 3000 is going to be a little bit more than
Wow.
just than just that.
What? I just had like an internet. Shut
I'm
down.
sorry, McLeod.
basically.
I'm a different content creator, let's say.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
s-
it keeps kicking my ass.
I'm disappointed more of you didn't get that.
Vegas is. Somebody mentioned Vegas in here. Stregak. I really hope we have a Vegas this year. That'd be great.
Oh, I'll go to Chow's.
We'll do a Fogo de Chao, and then Dawn, you're gonna have to stay an extra day for the Sunday brunch. Okay. Go home Monday.
You guys went way too early. I was there that day. We could have done that, but it was way too early. You're like, you gotta be there at 8. I'm like,
I don't think we went at 8, did we?
can't do that.
Oh, you know what? Because we
But,
actually had
If we could have it. Yes, you did. I
somebody had Sunday flights going out. That's why we went. We'll go later next time. But I think it was 9 o'clock we got in there. The Sterling brunch, folks, if you haven't been to it in Vegas, is the brunch. I mean, it's got everything.
It's $100.
Yeah, but it's got
There's
good
lobster
champagne. That is now my wife's favorite champagne. Good champagne. They never let your glass get half empty, so it's just champagne, along with filet mignon, crab legs, all the everything. It's just a step above brunch. It's really good.
That's curious because they never let your glass empty.
No.
That's really good because with wine you should never do that. With champagne, I'm not sure, but with wine you should never do that. You should never put wine that's from the bottle inside one that's already inside the glass. In case you didn't knew that, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we get
Because-
that. But they just everybody likes their champagne.
You have the weirdest.
And Brisk, I will
I
get
don't believe
the.
anything you say.
I will get the mixing wines. I don't do, but champagne. It's the same champagne all the time.
Are you talking about a different bottle of
No,
wine?
the same bottle. The same
Okay.
bottle. You should never if you have a glass of wine, you already drank half of the glass. You should never pour it from the same bottle to the glass until you finish that one. This is even more true if it's a red wine, a strong wine,
Oh yeah, and
I don't
yeah,
believe you. At all.
because
That's-
the way the wine needs to breathe.
yeah. If it's a
Quote,
good
unquote,
wine,
killing-
and if it's a good wine, I mean, we have some really good ones in our wine cellar. I wouldn't do that with, but regular table wines.
Yeah. People don't care about it's just
Yeah.
I
But
understand.
if it's rosé, you can just neck it.
If it's rosé, just
Hey.
drink it from the
If
bottle.
it's-
Fuck that shit.
If it's a white Zinfandel, I will. It literally just glug 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 glug.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
you
well,
guys
what do you
have-
mean? You're assuming this comes out of a bottle. Just get the boxed wine,
No,
baby, and just go up to it.
It's a bottle. I don't do boxed wine.
Don't you guys have decanters?
I imagine DeClorian's
Yes.
just feeling a little sick.
Why
at
would
the
I
moment.
waste my time?
These things were made. Put the wine in so it can breathe, so you don't have to pour it out of the bottle, so you don't have that issue.
This is true.
You-
we have a nice big
You act
decanter
like
here.
I don't go to the store and buy a $4 bottle of wine and drink it in an evening.
I drink wine maybe 3 times a year, and I have a decanter. Come on!
And Brisk, I will get you as soon as I see Mrs. Eric run by. She will know. I do not know which brand it is.
So
she
the reason
keeps-
why you have a decanter and you only drink wine 3 times a year is because when you do, it's an event.
Yeah, but I don't buy, a $50 bottle, right? I don't spend that much money on wine. I get, nice wine, but it's not something people would call good wine, right?
So what you're saying is you buy the cheapest bottle there is in your local supermarket and
No.
ditch it into the decanter so they can't tell that it's cheap brand
No,
stuff.
no, I buy the wine that I like, not the one that's expensive.
Yeah, well, that's the best
No, that's fair
wine.
enough. No, it's not.
The wine that you like is always the right wine to buy. Doesn't matter how much it
Yes.
costs.
There's always a snob out there telling you otherwise.
Hey, we get some people together and we might have a bunch of bottles of wine on the table in non-COVID times, and we will blind taste test them. Everybody will try them, and it's funny the number of times that the wine that all the wine people like tend to be the cheaper wines. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, but that's for a reason, because most of the cheaper wines has a shit ton of conservatives that are there exactly for that purpose, because they tend to be more tasteful, or less like with a strong scent for the average people.
Well,
That's so
Yeah,
yeah.
I-
If you want to take, it's one of those things. If you want to take like taste as a general thing that everyone approves as the best thing, okay, yeah, like most of the time the cheap wine is the best wine. But again, if you want to
There you
take
go.
the expert idea of the people that study the wine business and whatever, that may not be true. I'm not saying that it is or it is not, but it may not be true, because in where I live, like real nearby me, there is a university with wine tasting what the fuck courses. I don't know what the fuck that shit is, but it's a real university because that's a whole agricultural thing here. It's a whole thing to test wine.
Well, when I talk the cheap wines, it's generally a 20 versus a 60, 70, or $80 rate bottle. So yeah, we're not going like $5 wines, right? Little Mad Dog 2020. That's good. That's a great wine here in the States.
But I can tell, like right here where I live, like we even have party nearby, like it's a village that is really like specialty. It's making wine, and they all do a thing where you buy like a wine, like a little cup for €2, something like that. And you go all around the village for 5 days with the same cup. So you only buy the cup one time, €2, and you can go all around the village, drink all the fucking wines that you want. You get wasted, like really wasted, and it's all like fine wines, and they are all really cheap, all really cheap, like between €5 to €10, and they are all really good wines.
That's cool. Yeah. I've heard even in France some of the cheaper wines that just boutique wines are just fantastic. Not been there, so but I've had friends who've been there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I like wine every once in a while. I generally stay with the single malts though. That's where I kind of live.
Yeah, Gunny, the guy from Twitch chat, is saying exactly that. Like Portugal, you have like really good wine here. Red wine, it's really good here. Really good.
Is it Portugal that are big on the lupini beans?
There is what?
Is it Portugal? Lupini beans. I'm trying to figure which country likes those. They're fantastic. They look like chiclets, but they're a bean, and you just kind of.
Oh yeah, it's in here. Okay, it's called Primos. I didn't even knew it was the name lupin bean. Okay,
that's what we call them in the U.S. That's what they're.
It's really good. Like we hit the shit ton of that here.
I love lupini beans. They're so good, guys. It's like they look like little chiclet candies, and you with beer they're fantastic, right?
Exactly.
You just take one, out of the bowl. They're brined and all that stuff, and you just squeeze it, and it pops right out of its little waxy like coating.
You need to put it in water with salt, a shit ton of salt in the water. Like the water needs to be saturated with salt, and put the beans inside and let them stay there for a long time. They will wash themselves with the water, and then you take them out of the water and you eat them. Yeah, like you were saying with beer.
The only way to get them in the U.S. that I've seen is pre-brined, so they're in jars, brined, just like olives and things like that. Pinto beans. They're not pinto beans. They're lupini beans. They're different than pinto beans.
I didn't even know that was the name. Yeah, that's curious.
Yeah, that's what we call them in the U.S. Pretty good. And then the other thing to good, if you're making good drinks, and I'm sure, since I know that Brisk is watching, right? The true original maraschino cherries, right? The good ones, not those bright fluorescent orange cherries. The ones that are deep, dark red in a red syrup. That's good. The original maraschinos. They're fantastic. Baked beans on toast, baby. The queen eats them, right? Right, McLeod? Beans on toast.
I don't think it doesn't have the symbol, as far as I know.
Yes, the ones that are actually. I get mine on Amazon in 3 packs. They're very good. Cheese on
By the
toast.
symbol I mean there's a specific symbol that says by appointment to the Her Majesty the Royal.
Oh, you're talking about maraschino cherries? Yeah, that's the cherries that we eat here. That's just like the normal cherry here.
I'll find.
Really?
I'll find it.
From what I'm looking at.
I'll find the link on Amazon. Talks amongst yourselves. I mean, don't let
I'm literally finding that logo.
I know which one's Bat McLeod. I don't know if the rest of them do.
Luxardo is the brand name. So Luxardo maraschino cherries. Those are the fantabulous ones. Worked with
Oh, I'm watching it. Yeah, I know.
So excellent. So
You put that in cocktails in here.
yeah. What is every since we're in the food segment, here, what's everybody planning on for dinner tonight? What we got on tap, boys and girls?
I already had dinner.
Oh, that's right, you did. Cause
Same.
what'd you guys do with? What'd you go with?
Oh, I had some simple burgers.
A burger. Simple
I'm going
burgers
to
are
have
excellent.
dinner in like 5 minutes. People already
Have
came.
5
to warn me
minutes.
about it. So, and I think it's sapatera. Sapatera, it's English. Let me see.
Got somebody out there, spicy chili. That's a good one.
I'm having tacos, I think.
Once this COVID's over, I told my wife I have to take her to one of my favorite chili places. It's in
So
Washington,
it's-
D.C. It's fantastic.
Seafood, it's like the crab from seafood, like big crabs.
Which the Snow or King or Dungeness?
I don't know.
Those
It's
will
like
be
the region from here. Like it's not King because King it's from a specific region that's not from here.
By the way, 20 points to Brisk. Hard Times Cafe, baby.
I'm just going to point this out, Eric.
Yeah.
If I come over, I expect you to take me to get some chili, okay?
Okay, we're just not going to Cincinnati because that Skyline shit is shit. Okay, we're going to DC. Which I just offended all the Kentucky, Ohio, Cincinnati people. Bengals fans, they suck. Yeah, Brisk. I mean, by the way, Brisk, you can get their chili season. You can order it and have it shipped to you, but you're like right there. So, me, it's like 4 hours to get me some Hard Times chili. I remember back in the day, Hard Times chili guaranteed every chili was simmered for 16 hours minimum, and they only had 3 kinds. They had the Texas, they had the Cincinnati type, and then they had vegetarian.
Like slow oven cooking chili in the oven for like 4 or 5 hours, like really, really, like takes chili to another level.
Oh yeah, we cook it in
it's
the
fun.
crock pot.
I'm going to have some dinner now.
yeah.
All right,
I'm terribly sorry.
take it easy, big guy.
See you guys in a bit.
Enjoy.
He needs to transfer over to his food channel now.
His food channel. Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Thinking to my OnlyFans channel.
But yeah, it's
The Naked Chef with the Chlorian.
And by the way, Hard Times Brisk, right? No beans in the chili. It's you order a side of beans with your
What?
chili. Yeah.
I love beans and chili.
You can get them, but it's a thing. They don't come there by default.
All right.
Texas chili
Yeah,
has no
there's
tomato in
a-
it. Cincinnati has a little tomato in it, and vegetarian had like 6 or 7 different
what's
beans.
the base? What's the base in
Yep.
Texas chili then? Like if it's not tomato.
Texas chili is just the meat and the seasoning simmered. Oh yeah.
Dry as fuck.
This is gonna sound terrible, Brisk. You got to go hot and wet on the chili, okay? You got to go the chili over the spaghetti with the cheese and the onions, baby. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it at hard times. I know that sounds weird to people. Noodles, chili over noodles. No, man, it's fantastic.
See, what my issue
Called hot and
with
wet.
some types of chilies is the fact that like it's meant to be a one pot thing, right? So if you've just like removed a whole bunch of stuff and you're just adding it in at the end as optional extras, you've just fucking defeated the point of it.
What about corn?
Corn and chili. Well, my grandfather used to make chili. He would have corn in there. He had tomatoes. He had mushrooms. He had celery in there. You know,
Because I really
chilies
don't
are
like
beautiful.
corn.
Are we talking about food again?
We are.
I
Yeah,
just came
Is
back.
that even a question?
Yeah. Just get Soth. Just go to the Hard Times Cafe in Alexandria. Just do that search. You get right in there. You see all their chilies, everything, how they do it. You know, there's no corn in there. It's chili, baby.
I mean we're talking.
We'll go.
We're talking food again because like nobody.
Oh yeah. You know what? You know what we're gonna do?
No,
We're
nobody
gonna,
wants
you
to
know-
talk about the thing that is ridiculous this week.
We'll talk about ridiculous. We got time.
What's
But
ridiculous?
Soth, you come to the
'cause
States, buddy, and it's
I'm not talking politics on this show. No,
no, we don't ever.
Oh,
No, we Soth, you come to the States, it's gonna be like, you know, did you ever see on like the Food Channel where they drive from different places to eat and different things? That's what we do,
I
man.
expect it to
I'm
be
taking the
like
week
that.
off.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we'll record segments and we'll play them on the show. Be great. Oh yeah, we'll take you to Hershey, Pennsylvania, where the moment you get out of your car, the air smells like chocolate. Not that Hershey chocolate is any good, because it's not. But you just got to go to Hershey.
I have to point out that you will also have to drive with me to like Louisiana to get some Cajun.
No, we're
Right.
flying to Louisiana. We're not driving.
well, see, that's a very big thing that a lot of like non-Americans, like especially Europeans, but a lot of non-Americans come to the U.S. and think, "Oh, we'll go to Miami real quick and get some seafood, and then we'll head on over to L.A. to go on the beaches over there." And it's like you like Americans just look at them like, "Are you fucking nuts?" It's not like a quick
it's a
hop, skip, and a
6-hour
jump or a
flight
quick old
delay.
train ride. It's
You
like,
could do
well,
it
this
if
is
you
a
flew, but
We've all watched Road Trip. The adventures between the two is completely fine.
Well, so the city that I live in, right? I mean, we're just close enough to all the seafood everywhere. Like, we can get live blue crabs here, like they have in Maryland. You get lobster from Maine. Everything is just available to us here, fresh and everything. There used to be, it just closed down. There used to be a grocery store you could go to, and they would actually have all the seafood live in tanks. So, you're like, hey, I like that Atlantic cod, and they'd pick that one out and they'd, kill it and gut it and, fillet it, do whatever you wanted to it right there. You couldn't get any fresher. It's great.
Hand
Good,
it to
if
you. And
you,
be like, is
like-
this what you wanted?
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
I don't know what it's like in Europe, but like we can just go to any grocery store and like grab live lobsters, clams, oysters.
I don't know about live, but
places
Yeah.
don't have clams.
live.
I would just drive
Mussels.
to the port and get them fresh.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that.
Just drive to the port and get them fresh. I'm so special.
Well,
Yeah, mussels, clams,
That's-
oysters. They're
that's the
they're all
thing,
fresh.
Dawn. Like, I live 10 kilometers from the ocean, right?
So that's close. Yeah, you get things.
That's
Yeah, you're
pretty
pretty
close,
close.
yeah.
yeah, like
I know you're German.
I'm
but
not that
when you,
close, but
when you bring that up, you remind me. So when I did my 21-day extravaganza through Europe, we went to Amsterdam for the final 3 days, and we went down to The Hague, and The Hague is apparently not that far from the ocean. So
No, it's
we
not.
just it was a long walk. We took a bus to get part of the way there to go to the Madura Dam, the miniature area.
I mean, if you mean by not that far away from the ocean that The Hague is actually right at the ocean, then
No,
yes,
The Hague is not right at the ocean, but it's
it
close,
is.
right?
It is. It's right at the ocean.
Yeah,
is
well,
it?
I had to take a bus.
Half a kilometer, right?
Yeah, so we.
No, it's like
They pro-
it's
to
right
be
at
honest-
the ocean.
Okay, well then,
To be honest-
then
to be honest,
when we went to
Dawn,
Madura Dam, it went somewhere else. I don't know.
looked out into the ocean, and go, "Ah, it's just a big lake. It's fine."
I pulled up my phone to check like the map to see where we were at after we were done with Madura Dam because that only took like 2 or 3 hours, and it was super cute. By the way, y'all should go check it out just because it's really cute. And then we walked to the ocean, and then there was a little aquarium on the ocean right where we like kind of ended up. So we went to the aquarium, and then we sat and had drinks. And I would have gone out into the water, but it was like the beach there is like
Shitty.
really long. I was like, it's gonna take me forever just to get it back. I was already tired, so being a typical fat, out of shape American doesn't help. So, but it was it's one of those things that I will always remember doing and encourage people to go do if they're find themselves in Europe.
Dawn, we have
What?
Shoop de Liz asking you to please say the name of the place.
What, Madura Dam?
No, the name of the beach.
Oh, I don't know. It was.
Come on.
I just remember walking.
It's in chat, Dawn. It's in chat. They just want you to try and pronounce it.
Shevenigan?
That's not fair.
That's a lot of like NNNs. Listen, I don't want to hear it, bitches, because y'all can't say things. TH, there's no sound TH in the Dutch language, so suck it. You say things with an F, you fucking heathens.
I say things.
Yeah, you're German though.
No, I'm Frisian.
Okay, whatever.
Oof.
Whatever you are.
So when's your next milking then, Soth?
You say that, but you do know we used to have cows, right?
No shit. The clue's in the name.
They were actual Frisians too.
No, McLeod, you just missed the point.
I
God damn it.
don't care. I don't care at this point.
Somebody mentioned fries with mayonnaise. I really hate to say the
Ew.
fact that they're actually good.
Yeah,
But
But if it's like mayonnaise and hot sauce, yeah,
Mayo's
with just
good.
mayonnaise.
Oh yeah, even better. Yeah, I can do either one. Surprisingly, the other one that's really good is we have a place around here called Fatheads, and that is definitely a place we will hit if you ever come south. They have the greatest honey mustard sauce. Dip everything in it. It's great. Fries and honey
See,
mustard.
I like how you guys, like a minute ago, turned around and went about America being so big, and I'm just there like, I couldn't stand that. Like, whenever I try trip planning to potentially go over there, it's like, oh god, no.
What do you mean?
Why?
Well, okay, I want to go this place, and then I want to go this place, which is pretty much the other side of the country, so I'm going to have to fly. And
Well,
then
that's why you pick an area that you're happy with.
Yeah.
That's why you plan it as in like you go to this area and just do all of that stuff, and then you go
Yeah.
to that area and do all that stuff. You don't go crisscross constantly.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't even mean that though, McLeod. If I went over for, say, something space related, right, I'd be basically over LA way for Wallops.
Space?
Then over, yeah.
Why space?
I-
Like in outer space?
it's like you.
Well, I mean,
I
like,
don't know why you're going LA if,
Yeah.
if you want to space and like just go.
no.
fucking-
Because
Go to
over
Florida.
would be, yes, there would be Florida on it, right? And Rain Courts just have it right. You would try and limit it to one state, but that doesn't quite work when you got National Air and Space Museum.
That's in DC on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I would definitely
Yeah.
want to go there. You've also got Goddard.
And I would
You've
want to
also
go
got the Goddard Space Flight Center there, which a tremendous
is
amount of
fair
research is
enough.
done.
Close enough.
Mhm.
And then it's hop down to Florida. Hop.
Why
did
would
laugh
you?
when
Why
I
would
actually
you?
do that.
The only reason to go to Florida is if there's an actual launch.
Why do you want to go down to Florida? Like, there's crazy people
That's Cape
around.
Canaveral,
That's
right?
the
That's
Cape
what
Canaveral.
Canaveral.
Yeah, he wants to.
Right.
He wants to do space stuff, right? So you want to do space stuff. You just go to DC. You hit Goddard and you hit the Air and Space Museum, which is phenomenal. And by the way, you could spend 2 days there easily.
And that's the thing.
The
like,
mall
Gooney
is
DuPont
amazing
has it.
there.
And
Right.
Gooney DuPont has it right as well. It would be Florida, and then you'd go Houston.
No, there's nothing to see in Houston. You don't
There
get-
is nothing to see in Houston.
Yeah, I mean the space control there is just a building. It's not the same. You just trust us. You want to
You
plan
would want to
your
go
trip,
to
we'll
if
help
you want to go to see a space museum. Huntsville, Alabama has a really nice one. They just because that's where the Apollo rocket is at, and they've built a building, like a big building
Mhm.
around it now, with really
That's
cool
the one
like
that they used to have
things
outside.
about it. It used to be outside; it was kind of wasting away, and they finally decided to use it, and they built this giant like hangar around it with all of these like intricate things about how things
Yeah.
got led up to it, how they solved the problems that came up with all of these interactive parts to it, so you can
Yeah. And by the way,
learn about
Alabama's
how the Apollo missions
safe.
happened.
Yeah, and Nothing Eve, blues and country. You just go to Nashville, baby. Hit the Grand Ole Opry and everything around there. It's
Oh,
gorgeous.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I'm not even I don't like concerts, and I'm not a country music person, but I did that for my birthday one year, was go to the Grand Ole Opry, and it was really entertaining. They were cracking jokes, and it was just a lot of fun. So that's definitely a place to check out. Hi, Kat. I know. She
Alabama is perfectly safe, and I have a good friend that lives down there, and it's just fantastic. But yeah, I mean, it depends on what you want to see, but there's lots to do. I mean, any
some
one
stuff
region.
Some stuff you can definitely stay in one region, right? Bits more like NASA and space-based stuff. Okay, you're gonna have to hop about a bit.
Yeah, not
Not
really.
even.
Only if you want to
There's
see a
a-
launch would you go to Canaveral. Otherwise, you're just in DC.
No,
You're
the
good.
JFK Center is really cool.
I mean, I would be going over to try and time it with a launch. I say time it because we all know how stuff goes.
Go with a nice SpaceX launch, yeah. Hit
Yes,
Disneyland,
no
right?
problem.
Got to go to Disney. Florida's got lots of things to see and do there.
Yeah, if you're gonna do one trip, you would do Florida.
They have lobsters without claws in Florida.
I mean, you got Miami as well in Florida, so yeah.
I mean, that's why I was kind of hoping that they were going to do. When they were saying about having a new place in America that wasn't Vegas, and they were talking about Orlando, and I was there like, okay, Orlando I can work with.
Well,
I would do that.
you've
an
got-
Yeah. Could you imagine
Disney-
Eve Nerds and Disney together?
Well, you got Disney, you got Universal, you've got those parks, and then in Orlando, then you got golf and things like that to do, and then other than that, it's just strip clubs. I mean, that you're
Well,
done.
The
It
idea
really
that
sounded
I'd be
different
there
from
and
Vegas.
Look at Vass
The
Gator.
idea
He
that
can't
I'd be
yell
there
twice
and
and you're in
right.
trouble.
if I could time it right, it would be okay. At that point, it is literally a hop down to Kennedy for a launch.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it does get. Oh yeah, and it's so hot and humid down there in the summer. I mean, you do not want to be down there in the summer. I mean, even in South Carolina, right? Oh, on the beach, you can get 98-99% humidity and 100-degree temps and things like that on the shore. So you got to be careful. Same thing in Louisiana. So, I mean, that's just hot and muggy in the summer and things like that. But great food, as South says.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm already planning this. Like, we need to do an Eve meet where goons go to Disney World or Universal.
Goons and
And, like,
Disney. That's just
Half of us can't ride the rides per se, but actually, a lot of Disney rides are friendly to any
I watched,
adventure level you want.
Could we
I watched a
not
thing about
throw-
Disney World actually.
Could we not throw money at Disney? Like,
Yeah.
Uh,
They've already tried making like their own government before.
It's
and,
the
like,
happiest
their own-
place on earth. Don't
well,
you
they
think?
are their own county in Florida, so they technically are their own government down there. But yeah, I mean, I don't go to Disney. I've never been to Disney. I don't plan to take my kids to Disney. It's not a thing that we do. But I would go with a bunch of goons. There is more to that than
There's so
the
much
rides
to
and
do.
things. I mean,
So
you plan out
you
everything in
can't
advance,
disturb-
though.
So you can't disturb the peace there, because if you disturb the peace there in any way, shape, or form, drunken antics or anything like that, you get ejected and barred for life.
You get a man
So,
with
and-
a Mickey
and that-
Mouse
and that-
badge coming to your
And
house.
I know for a fact that like some goons would definitely see that as an issue.
You might.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about Disney. You plan all of Disney before you get there, where you're
Yeah.
going to eat for every meal, what you're going to do, because there's no getting in last minute. So that's the drawback there. My sister goes every year.
I love Hammer 07's comment. Goons would take over the Star Wars theme park and replace the Empire.
I mean, I was saying, like, you know, goons, like, if we genuine, like, they'd probably try and take over the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just want to highlight a comment from the Anger Games announcement thread.
Sure. Let's do that.
Someone said, well, it seems like goons were the good guys all along, so we wouldn't be the Empire.
Hey. If you've seen Game Theory's video, the Empire were the good guys. As long as you ignore all the genocide.
Hold on. I want to be clear here, Briss. Did you just get an Easter invitation? Or easier?
No, he was saying no. He said it was easier to get reservations for the to
the White House
to the White House
yeah.
than it was to get a reservation at the fucking Cinderella Castle.
You have to do that like a year plus in advance. Yeah.
It depends. Well, they only allow certain bookings up to, and certain you can't make reservations more than 180 days out. So there are certain limitations. But what is really nice that Disney does is they have that special room in the Cinderella's castle for the Make-A-Wish kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the only way to stay there is if you are a special kid or something like a special event like that. You can't pay for that room, which is really adorable. But not that I want to necessarily promote Disney all the time, but it's just like I've been there. Every time we go to Florida for like a cruise or something, we always hit one park at least. You know, just like hey, we'll get to Florida early one day and we'll go to a park. Because we've been to so many parks, we don't need to stay on site. We don't need to, go to every park. We've done them all. We're just like, hey, what's got the new ride this year? Let's do that one.
Well,
So,
I gotta say, Goons, really, it's Vegas or it's, Louisiana. What would actually frighten me, but might be a lot of fun, is a Goon cruise.
Cinderella's Keepstar. I would love to do a Goons cruise.
I mean,
Goons cruise.
couldn't we just rent a boat in New Orleans?
I'm sure.
I really feel like you don't
One of those
understand
party
how
boats.
New Orleans is. Because New Orleans
Nolans.
is
Nolans.
Nolans here
So
is
Brisket,
not.
I'm wondering whether this. Sorry, just really quickly. I'm wondering whether this conversation is just like pulling us back to yacht lifestyle. Like what the fuck's this?
But
Yeah.
Dom, no,
We're meant to be
I don't
progressing
know
here.
how it is there because I've never been.
Well, Nolans is not the prettiest of places, except on like 3 streets.
Yeah.
Everywhere else is. And when you're there, not to put anybody down, but basically, you don't want to go off the beaten path at all.
We don't have to when we have our own boat. Come on.
yeah, I mean, it would have to be our
There's-
own boat, right?
Oh.
No, and hear me out, because this is why I say it. Someone said, can people obviously get stoned on the cruise, right? And I'm just there like, I don't know. You'd probably want to go into international waters for that and be a bit careful, right?
Well, it doesn't matter if you're in international waters, because on the boat is a sovereignty for whatever nation's flag they're flying.
Which
almost
that's
all of
why
them
you
are,
fly the Dutch
Greece.
flag.
Well, most of them are Greek or Italian.
Well,
So.
Why
Since
we
it's-
wouldn't be flying the dick butt flag? I don't know.
Since it's
Yeah.
since weed is technically not legal in the Netherlands, we might want to choose a different one.
I'd love
Fine.
just presuming that we're flying the dick butt flag, right? I would love for Coast Guard to look through binoculars and be like, "What nation flag is that? Like, can you tell?" Like, that'd be funny.
Weird, but yeah, like even if in international waters, like if you've got a flag flying over your ship or you're registered for a specific country, you're under those particular laws on your ship.
Yep. And that's why I was going to get to the flag thing.
I'm thinking just Mississippi riverboat, baby.
Do you know how expensive
Oh,
those
God, that'd
are?
be cool.
I don't know, but it'd be cool. It'd be cool.
It depends. Are you talking like a day trip? Or are you talking like the
I don't
American
know.
Queen? Because if we're on the American Queen, we're on there with 80-year-olds, and it's like $5,000 a person.
Why
We-
would we be there
I-
with 80
I
years?
ha-
We
I
get
was
the
a
whole
tra-
ship. Come on,
Fat
Dom.
I was
Beat
a-
Cruises.
I was- because there's a lot of. I mean, we could, but I was a travel agent for 3 years, so I've booked a million cruises and
Queen.
all exclusive resorts and things like that. So I know what some of these like places, rules, and prices are. I have some experience in
You need to think more piratey, Dawn.
Yeah.
I did do a pirate ship in Colombia. That was fun. We were a little nervous about like getting on land, so we were like, let's just do the one thing that doesn't require us to dock in Colombia. So we did that. Ba-ding.
No goon meet in Reykjavik, please.
CCP would love that. Yeah, that's why they stopped it for nearly 3 years now, right?
Pretty
I
funny.
would-
Like they can't stop a whole bunch of people going to Reykjavik and just meeting up.
Yeah, but everything's
Right.
so expensive there to get anything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, can you see, goons taking over the big beignet restaurant and having, chicory coffee and beignets down there? I mean, we fill up every seat. Beignets, yummy.
So I just
I-
had
Crazy
dinner.
in Amsterdam because everything in Amsterdam is tiny. Like that city was not built for that many people.
But it's so cute. I love Amsterdam. Because, like, I loved how, like, I was like, I wonder where the red light... Oh, I found it. Red light district, like, it's real close, real easy to get to, and there's just like, oh, there's some prostitutes in the window. Oh,
So,
there's a lot of live sex shows. That's interesting.
Just
So-
don't go
and-
so far as Eurotrip did.
So another Monday for me.
Another Monday for you.
But yeah, when I go to Europe again, we were actually going to go this past year, but it
If
didn't
you
work out.
come to Portugal, please tell me.
So you can run away.
No, I will show you through Europe. Like,
I've
I can show you some other places around Europe, but yeah, it's
closest I've
going
ever
to be
been
harder
was-
to match things.
The closest I've ever been was we started my cruise in Barcelona, Spain. So I got there a couple days, like 2 days early for Barcelona. The problem is like, I don't speak any form of Spanish at all. And
That's okay in Barcelona. It's fine.
I did learn that in Barcelona, the first floor of every building is graffiti. Every single building was just floor to ceiling graffiti for the first floor. No matter
Regardless
what
of
block
that-
I was on.
Regardless of that, it's a fucking lovely city.
Yeah, Barcelona is really nice, but that's
Yeah.
one of the things. Like in Spanish, not Spanish, in Spain, not a lot of people, or not as many people, by percentage, speak English. So you will get a harder time in there. Yes.
Maybe I want a hard time.
Then you should go, for instance, to Prague. Prague is also really good for that. But yeah, if you go to,
Budapest. I
Okay.
really
I
love
went-
Budapest.
I went to
Well,
an
hold
EDM
on.
rage and I went to an EDM rave in Barcelona, and I've been to
I'm
Budapest. That's
just
quite
gonna
nice,
say-
except it was really quite cold. That was the only issue I had.
You see, Eric, you mentioned for hard times, like having people understand you, go to Budapest. Yet when I went there a couple of years back, everywhere I went, it was fine.
see, so many people saying that Prague is lovely. That's the thing I love about Prague. I'm sorry, but I need to make this huge parenthesis. Like, Prague is that thing. You can go there. It can be romantic because you go with your loved one and it's a couple and it's all romantic shit. You can go there as in a sex adventure, and Prague is a whole different type of shit. You can go there culturally because it's filled culturally. It's fucking amazing. The city, it's amazing. Sorry,
See,
continue.
now I just want to
You've
plan a
eaten Prague.
meet, but we can't. I was gonna say, I just want
went
to
to
plan a
Prague a
meet,
lot
but I
of times.
can't now.
I went to
can't do
Prague
anything
already
there.
a shit ton of times in there.
Why don't so many places to choose?
Well, no, it's because like the world's on fire. So, but I love vacations. That's why I was a travel agent for a while. It's just the agency I worked for started getting like really weird with like the boss. She like poked my forehead and was like, "You need to do this better." I'm like, "Don't fucking touch me! Fuck you!" So, so that's what I was like. Okay, I need to do something.
Okay,
different.
Karen.
That sounds like a very American reaction right there.
No, thank you,
Don't-
Soft.
Don't
Thank
be
you for
poking me
saying
in the
that. I was
forehead.
gonna say-
No, you don't fucking touch me. Okay? You don't get to do that. Especially in like a condescending tone, like this like 60-year-old Greek lady has the audacity to try and look down on me when I did my job correctly. I was like, "Fuck you, bitch. Suck my dick. I'm leaving." And I did. I instantly started looking for a new job and got one, and I've been
Probably
failing
got a
up
better
ever
one.
since.
Yeah, done.
Now
If you
I
come,
make double.
I need to show you Lisbon. I really need to show you Lisbon, Don.
Very American reaction.
No, hold on, Soft. There's one American thing missing from it that Dem Badger just mentioned in chat.
What was that? Oh, that no. That,
Oh, God.
that so doesn't happen here.
Oh god.
Oh.
But yeah, in Lisbon, for instance, all that sex adventure type of things are all hidden, so you need to know people. So when you come to Lisbon, give me a
I'm
call.
not going to a sex
so when-
club with you. That would just
when
be
you go
awkward.
to Prague, get in touch with DeClorian. He'll let you know.
That'll
You
be
can, you can
so
do that in
awkward.
Vegas
Prague-
too,
in Prague, you
apparently.
don't- let's be honest. In Prague, you don't need to know anyone to go into a sex adventure,
Oh,
because
okay.
Prague it's pretty much like all out. So yeah.
Note to chat if you
But
are
in
looking
Lisbon,
for a
it's a
sex
different thing.
adventure, he will help you out with that.
Lisbon it's different. Like I can tell you right away. Like in one of the main, everyone here, it's really like, let's hit. No one does any things. Let's say, but then if you know the right places, you notice that in one of the main capital streets there is a club, a hidden club inside of a private house where it's all like leather shit, disco, and disco with leathers and swings and shit like that.
Remember, Eric, no kink shaming.
No, it was excuse me, and I muted most of it on the stream, but not for you guys.
He was coughing, yeah.
I was coughing, and it was granted it's a red Solo cup, but it's actually just filled with water. So apparently I can't drink.
So, out of interest, does Caleb own that place?
I'm amazed.
What is
I'm
happening?
amazed. I'm amazed we've talked so long on this particular subject, and Caleb just hasn't appeared out of nowhere. In actual fact,
What
You
I
know,
love is
it-
that we have absolutely nothing Eve-wise to talk about, that we're instead talking about, how we're gonna all meet up at some giant sex club in Prague.
Welcome to Push the
And
Button.
by the way, we started with going to visit places to eat because Soth had to go to Louisiana, and then who was it? Was it you, Barghost? You wanted to go to all the space
yeah.
places, and then we ended in sex clubs, and I was there.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna
it-
say,
it
mine's
inevitably-
insane.
it inevitably moved over to Europe, and that's pretty much like
The main
Uh,
topic.
Is that all you
main
guys
thing
do
to
over
in
there?
Europe.
I just want to point out there are things to eat at the sex place too, but some of them might not be safe.
Uh,
Like
Damn
hepatitis
it,
waiting
Rob.
to happen.
Oh,
That's
I tend to not want to cross those two things at the same time.
I'm trying not to be too explicit, or let's say,
hey,
Someone's
Yeah.
gonna look at this like,
Let's
isn't
just
this
say it
supposed to
We
be
s-
an Eve show?
we started on chili. I'm just saying, we started with chili.
Hey, Give us something Eve related to talk about, and we will talk about it. Okay.
Dawn, I'm
Was
sorry,
there
it's
a
not
thing?
my fault.
What are we? So okay, how about at the
You got
end
5
of the-
minutes.
We have 5 minutes, so we could just final thought it, I guess. Then, right?
We can what?
Final thoughts.
I don't think anybody's got final thoughts. That's what we're talking
No,
about.
Yeah.
I've got one.
What we're talking
I've got
about.
one. I've got one. God damn it.
Okay, go.
All right,
Go, Bargos.
So, if you guys don't want another show like this next week and you want a show with actual Eve content, please remind Pappy to log in their Titans so we have something happen this week.
Some Titans, we went from 337 to 334 because 2 died and 1 got out.
Yes, but they have too many people trapped there that they can't fight objectives. So there's nothing major this week.
I feel
We
like
need
there's
something.
1,000 people they logged in yesterday begs to differ
Well,
on that.
I mean, they still outnumber us in sub, so they could fight us. They
What kind
just
of
don't
subs?
want to.
I
Is
would
this
say
like-
that Mittens' ping about the sort of like the attempted breakout at one point was fucking hilarious.
I missed that ping.
I'll see if I can find
We
it.
talked about the bombing run, Bloody Angel. By the way, we'll say Brisk did a post there. The meta shows got Brisk and Merkelchin. They're celebrating Karma Fleet's 6th birthday. Dark Shines from Init's there. And is that Kesia? Or how do you pronounce that? From
Keisha.
Keisha from Bastion to talk about the second front in World War B.
It's going to go live in
Really?
1 hour in this same Twitch channel.
Uh,
Stay tuned.
It will be 1 hour. Yeah, we've got 3 minutes left. Anybody else got any one last thing?
I'm trying to find that copy of that ping from Donnie.
Okay, so more final thoughts. Don, go for it.
My final thought is that hopefully something will happen this week so that way I will have stuff to talk about on Thursday. But you should all watch Theta Thursday. And you all are always welcome to come and hang out with me then, and we can shoot the shit for the midweek stuff. And other than that, I really hope something fun happens this week.
Hey, Shopdala says Ron is live. What game is he playing? You gotta let us know.
Eric. I was going to
Star
ask that
Citizen
myself.
he got Star Citizen as a
Yes.
present from a fan, so that's why he's playing it.
Hey,
on
last time
top
I
of
did
it.
this, it actually worked, so I'm going to do it again. If
Okay.
if Ron wants to come on the show and talk about shit with us,
He's been on the show
we'll
before.
we will be nice people and like not be condescending at all. Like he can come on here anytime he wants, okay? Same thing with Billy, right? Just not today because we're actually running out of time.
Yeah.
I was never condescending with any of them. I already had PGL,
Really?
Villy, and I think Redline on the same show as me. And yeah.
Yeah,
Redline was
by the
on
way,
that show
Ron has
one
been
time,
on
but
this
yeah.
show before. He knows the deal. Obviously, Villy's been on here. We're just normal people.
If I'm condescending with anyone in here, it's with Don.
Yeah, we should try to get one of them on next week or something,
You know-
pending something crazy.
So my last thought, because there's only a minute left, is they once did a little thing, Muppets in Space. I think we should do a thing, Goons in Space, just like that, and have fun.
I don't understand the reference, but I will search.
You have to go look up Muppets in
Pigs
Space, man.
in space.
Yeah, is that what it is? Was it Pigs in Space on the Muppets? Yeah, that was probably it.
My final thought is really simple. If you prefer me instead of Caleb on web, please do email all to Eric. Everyone spam Eric's email saying that, okay? And pay $50. I don't know.
Alrighty,
Let's just
folks.
say
Yeah.
I'm
we
way
pref-
cuter.
we prefer you over I forgot his name. Mifune!
Oh,
Mifune.
Yeah.
But Mifune is like my co-host. Like he is the twink for my twunk.
Whatever that means. Alright.
The people who got it got it.
Yeah, that's beyond me. So the tune in next
tempted
week.
Tempted to PM on Discord and say you were just described as a twink, by the way.
He knows that. Like,
Yeah.
this is... Why is everybody surprised by this?
Yeah, this week is the second time someone got surprised.
Fireside is coming up.
Yeah.
Yep, we gotta run.
Fireside.
Bring it up. We'll see you guys on the other side, everybody. See you next week. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for coming on, being here. Everybody say bye.
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 Cheerio.
Enjoy. Somehow we made a show out of having nothing.
You're still on. Trust me.
We made a show
You're not off yet.
The bar is super
Yeah.
low.
Yeah,
For a reason.
You know, I'm just gonna let it run.
Oh no.
Continue saying dumb shit.
I was like, there ain't nothing in here to talk about. So what